what I mean by this is this. So now we chose a background color which is black. What did you guys use? Silkcoat or Silkcoat? Silkcoat. So they already painted, they made it ready because of time. They've already painted with our silk paint the black color, black color silk. And they have done the undercoat already. And on top of it, they applied the first coat of Krakos already. Krakos, generally the normal standard is 2 coats. You have to do 2 coats. And in between each coat, you have to wait for about 4 hours for it to dry. Right? But again, this can change. It can change according to the area. If the place is too hot and it's fast drying, you don't really have to wait. But we say generally the normal standard is 4 hours for it to dry. So after the first coat, they've already done the first coat already before they came of Krakos. Krakos, as you can see, is a transparent paint. Okay, it's transparent. You can still see the undercoat, which we applied the silk. So now he's doing the second coat of Krakos, so that at least you see it. He's doing the second coat of Krakos. Then of course we are not going to wait for 4 hours for it to dry. We'll use the hair dryer to dry it up. So after he applies this second coat and he has waited for it to dry, or he has dried it up, then he will use another color of top coat. The top coat, it can either be matte also or silk. So we said the undercoat is either matte or silk. And the top coat, the last one that you're going to use, is also either silk or matte. But you can do a very beautiful combination. You can use undercoat as silk, just as they did. And you can use the last coat on top as matte. So that once you see the crack in place, it will be the silk that will be there, and you'll see that line shining. But I know maybe you don't really understand what I'm trying to get at until the paint is done. When the paint is done, then you will know what I have been trying to explain. So here he's done the second coat of Krakos already. Please bear in mind that he has done the first coat already before we came, for time's sake. He did the first coat before we came. Now he's doing the second coat of Krakos. Then after that he will dry it and then apply the top coat of the regular paint. Right? He will apply the top coat of the regular paint. So let's wait to see that. You use roller, as you can see he's using roller to apply it, just like the normal paint, and the Krakos also is applied with roller. So when he applies his top coat on top of this, we don't need anything. You will just see the paint cracking itself. When the paint starts to dry, it will crack itself. You don't have to touch it. It will just start to crack it on its own. It will create the pattern on its own, automatic. Inshallah, you will see when he is done, then we will be on the same page. You understand what I'm trying to explain. So now he's going to dry this. So as you can see, the drying, we made a quick dry for the crackers. So now Mr. Friday here, he started to apply the top coat, which is regular paint. He is using Silkcoat. So bear in mind that the undercoat was silk. So on top, the top coat he is using matte. And you will understand the combination of this right now after it has dried up. So just when the paint starts to dry, the effect happens on its own. It cracks on its own. Just as the top coat dries, it cracks. That's what's about it. It's about crackers. So I repeat again. First, after you have your smooth wall, right, you apply your undercoat. Your undercoat can be different color, and he chose black and white. Black is a stronger color than white, because then black can come under in the crack area very easily, you can see, right? So he chose black under, and then after that he did 2 coats of crackers. Each coat you have to wait for it to dry properly, right? So here we didn't do 2 coats. The first coat was done at the factory. Then here we did the second coat so that you see us at least applying it. Then that second coat has dried out. So now he's doing his top coat, his last coat, which he's using regular paint, which is Silkcoat. He used matte on top of silk, right? I believe all of you can start seeing the effect that it is creating. Nobody is touching it just when it is drying. Well, this is the difference between Silkcoat and other companies. Just after you do your last coat of regular paint, the crackers that you applied will crack the paint when it dries. It will just crack it when it dries. So this is you seeing it live. Very simple. Just make sure you have a smooth surface. It's well treated, very smooth. Then you apply your first coat, any color. You don't have to use what we use, right? Any color. It can be underground, undercoat can be red, and the top can be black also, right? Then it will have a lava, so the crack will be red and the top will be black. That's like volcano type, right? You can use green, orange, mix any color. It's regular paint. Silk under, or matte under, or silk on top. Anyhow you want to use it, you can use it that way. So if you have any question about Krakos, please place your questions, because as we say, we have a lot to do.